In the twilight of the multiverse, a shadow deeper than any we have faced before begins to descend upon the remnants of our broken reality. The era of heroes is fading. Victor Von Doom has arrived to claim the throne of existence itself, wielding a power that defies the very laws of physics and time. The Avengers are scattered across the cosmos. But in the heart of the wreckage, two legends stand tall for what might be the final time. Steve Rogers and Thor Odinson are preparing for a battle that defines destiny. This is not just another mission for the Earth's mightiest heroes. This is the ultimate reckoning. This is the moment where legacies are either forged in eternal fire or extinguished forever. Welcome to Hollywood Talks. Today, we are breaking down the soul-shattering theory behind Avengers, Doomsday, and why the final stand of Captain America and Thor will change the MCU forever. Before we dive into the collapse of the timeline, make sure to hit that like button and share this video with your fellow Marvel fans. Subscribe now for the deepest breakdowns. The legend of the first Avenger and the God of Thunder has been the backbone of this universe since the very beginning. They represent the heart and the power of hope. In Avengers, Doomsday, the stakes are elevated beyond planetary destruction. Doom is not looking to erase half of life. He is looking to rewrite the fundamental essence of all creation. The theory begins with the return of Steve Rogers, not as the old man we saw in Endgame, but as a warrior pulled from the threads of a collapsing timeline. Thor, now burdened by centuries of loss and the weight of a dying crown, finds himself at a crossroads where his godhood is no longer enough to save his people. When these two icons reunite on the battlefield of Battleworld, the chemistry will be electric. It is a brotherhood forged in the fires of New York, Sokovia, and the ultimate endgame. The core of our theory suggests that Doom's fortress is protected by a temporal shield that only a combination of mystical lightning and vibranium resonance can actually hope to pierce. Imagine they're summoning the full might of the cosmic storm, channeling it through Mjolnir, while Steve Rogers stands at the center of the chaos, directing the energy with precision. This one last fight is rumored to be a callback to their iconic team-ups, but with a tragic twist. The price of victory in Doomsday is higher than ever before. Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom presents a psychological challenge that Steve and Thor have never faced. He is a dark reflection of the genius they once called a brother and friend. The emotional weight of seeing a face that looks like Tony Stark, but carries the cold ambition of a tyrant, will push Steve Rogers to his absolute breaking point. Thor, who has lost Tony and Natasha, will see this as a chance for a twisted kind of redemption. He will fight not just for the world, but for the memory. As the script of Doomsday unfolds, the battle moves from the ruins of Earth to the throne room of Doomsday. This is where the final stand truly begins for our heroes. The theory posits that Captain America will lead a desperate charge of multiversal resistance fighters, acting as the tactical soul of the rebellion while the world crumbles around them. Meanwhile, Thor will unleash the All-Father power, a strength he has been hesitant to use fully since the fall of Asgard. He becomes the literal lightning that strikes at Doom. But Doom is prepared for the gods. He has studied the history of the Avengers. He knows their weaknesses, their loyalties, and the love they hold for their fallen comrades. The fight is described as a brutal, high-stakes confrontation where shields are shattered and hammers are tested. It is a visual spectacle that mirrors the epic scale of mythology. We believe the climax involves Steve Rogers making a choice that echoes his sacrifice in the 1940s. He is the man who always dives on the grenade for others. Thor will be the one to witness this final act of heroism. The God of Thunder will have to decide if he will follow Steve into the dark or stay. The synergy between these two characters has always been the gold standard of the MCU. Their mutual respect defines what it means to be a hero in a lawless multiverse. In Doomsday, this bond is tested by the reality-warping powers of the Beyonder tech that Doom possesses. He will try to turn their memories against them in a psychological war. Steve might see visions of a life he never got to lead with Peggy, while Thor is haunted by the ghosts of Odin, Loki, and the family he lost. To overcome Doom, they must let go of the past completely. They must focus on a singular moment of the present to strike the blow that saves the future. This theory suggests that the one last fight ends with a literal reboot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Their actions create the spark for the secret wars to follow. Captain America's shield, once a symbol of a single nation, becomes a beacon for every survivor across the multiverse. It is the ultimate evolution of the super soldier's journey. Thor's lightning will serve as the bridge between the old world and the new. He remains the bridge builder, the protector of the 9 realms and every realm beyond them. The impact of this battle on the audience will be profound. It is the closing of a chapter that started over a decade ago with a shield and a hammer. We are looking at a cinematic event that prioritizes character over spectacle, focusing on the deep-rooted friendship that has survived every cosmic threat thrown at the planet Earth. Dr. Doom is the perfect antagonist for this finale. He is a villain of intellect and iron will, someone who cannot be defeated by simple strength or standard superhero tactics. It requires the specific moral compass of Steve Rogers and the raw, unbridled divine energy of Thor to even stand a chance against the master of the battle world domain. The rumors of Chris Evans returning to the role have set the internet on fire, and for good reason. His presence brings a gravitas that the new Avengers desperately need. Seeing him stand side by side with Chris Hemsworth once more will be the cathartic release fans have been waiting for since the credits rolled on the final endgame battle. As we look toward the release of Avengers, Doomsday, the anticipation for this specific duo is reaching a fever pitch. They are the true veterans of the Infinity Saga. Their final stand will likely involve a sacrificial play that ensures the survival of the next generation of heroes, passing the torch in a blaze of glory and lightning. The theory also hints at a secret weapon hidden within the Avengers' history, something Steve and Thor have kept guarded since the Age of Ultron or even the Chitauri. This hidden element could be the key to destabilizing Doom's hold over the Reality Stones or the power cosmic that he has managed to harness for his own gain. Every punch thrown and every bolt of lightning fired in this movie will carry the weight of 20 years of storytelling. It is the culmination of a massive journey. The script for Doomsday is expected to be darker and more philosophical than previous entries, reflecting the maturity of the characters and the gravity of the multiversal collapse. Steve Rogers will have to be more than a soldier. He will have to be a symbol that transcends time itself to unite the disparate heroes of various dimensions. Thor will have to transcend his grief to become the king he was always meant to be, leading the charge against a foe who thinks himself a literal god. The confrontation between Doom and these two icons will be the centerpiece of the film, a masterclass in tension and action choreography that will redefine the superhero genre. We expect the ending to leave fans in tears, as the one last fight concludes with a sense of finality that the MC has rarely dared to explore until now. It is a tribute to the legacy of the characters created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, brought to life by actors who have become synonymous with their roles. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the future of the MCU. The road to Doomsday is paved with the courage of those who refuse to quit. Make sure you have subscribed to Hollywood Talks so you never miss a theory or a breakdown. Share this video to spread the word about the ultimate hero team-up. The multiverse is falling, but as long as a soldier from Brooklyn and a prince from Asgard stand together, there is always a glimmer of hope in the dark. Stay tuned for our next video where we explore the hidden details of Doom's armor and the secret history of Battle World. The journey is only just beginning for us. We will see you in the next one as we continue to track every leak and every update for the most anticipated movie in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.